We are happy to host a very impressive delegation from Michigan, from the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, coming here to the Technion for a collaborative workshop on cardiovascular research with Technion researchers.
What is the Partnership for Research? About 3 years ago, based on a very generous gift from D. Kahn and his late wife Betty, we were able to put together the University of Michigan, which Dan loved dearly, with some of the greatest universities in the world, the Technion, to marry the cardiovascular science world, which I live in, and some of Technion's technological innovations. This year, our theme, very exciting theme, it's electricity and sugar in the heart. And we've got several dozen speakers, about half from the University of Michigan, about half from Technion and other institutions in Israel. And it's interesting to hear the binational perspective.
In my own lab, we work on trying to understand how sugar and how lipids go into cells and then come out later, and how that process is controlled by a very important hormone, the hormone called insulin. A few years ago, it became quite apparent to me that it wasn't enough just to collaborate within the walls of our institute. Even though it's big and beautiful, I think it's quite clear now that real progress in science is made at the boundaries of the disciplines, and it's made when people from different perspectives come together, different ways of looking at problems, different cultures in their field of expertise, or the country from which they come. And I just can't think of a place where that's more true than at the Technion. This long history of excellence, of openness, a place where there's a hunger for collaboration and a hunger for achievement and success.
My research is about trying to find a cure for atrial fibrillation. And we do so in collaboration with Technion. And what Dan and Betty Kahn have allowed by enabling us to form a collaboration, and my partner in this collaboration is Marcel Marlouf at Technion, is to essentially look forward towards the future and design a new way of delivering drugs and genes in specific regions of the heart for patients with atrial fibrillation.
Our aim is now to have student exchange, to have researchers exchange, and to have infrastructure that will for sure bring a better research, a better science.
Research is expensive, and good research is especially expensive. But what I will also tell you is expensive, but essential, is putting people together so that we can actually learn how to interact and learn from each other. Through the generosity of our donors, our visionary donors, we can create a Israel Partnership for Research, which is unstoppable and changes the world for better.
I'm a graduate of the University of Michigan, and I have the great privilege of sitting as the chairman of the board of the Technion. What started as a medical collaborative effort could and would grow into many, many other areas of science, technology, and study. Everything that we do collaboratively, jointly, to push out the boundaries and borders of science to new levels requires an engine. And that engine, as we all know, is funding. And it is my great hope that people will understand and buy into the concepts that Dan had the vision to initiate. And the physicians and researchers of both the University of Michigan and the Technion are carrying out and will participate as we go forward as best as they can.